Now, I know the name of the channel is Dirt and Diesel, and I know we haven't done anything dirt bike related. I'm sorry, it's cold outside. I mean, we even have, look at this. You've got the heater running there because it's that cold. So, we're gonna give it some time, let everything warm up outside, and we're gonna talk about diesels. So, let's get right into it.
So, today we're going to talk about the reasons you may want a diesel and the reasons why you're Bubba and you don't have a diesel.
So, one of the number one things about diesels, everything's expensive. And I mean, everything's expensive.
The parts are more expensive, but when it comes down to it, they're going to run a lot longer than a gas car will. So it's going to come out to be about the same cost. It's just a lot more fun to run them.
So, anyone who's looked at a diesel forum knows you can throw in a chip. As everyone says, like, to put 130 to the ground or something like that. Not gonna happen. Most any chip you put on, you're gonna put about 60 to the ground without any sporting mods. Yeah, it helps, but a chip isn't everything. You put in a chip, right? As soon as you do that, you need to make sure your fuel system's ready. Oh look, a lift pump's $300, $400, $500. Let's go ahead and try to get a little bit more out of that chip. Throw in injectors or injector nozzles, depending on what you want to do. You don't actually need a whole set of injectors. You can put in just the nozzles. So you throw those in. Now, you roll coal everywhere, all over town. Everyone hates you. You burn through gas like you wouldn't believe. What do you do now? You put in a new turbo. You put in a turbo for, let's say, $1,500, a chip for 1,000, gauges, all that junk. You still got a transmission sitting behind there that's capable of 200 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque, not 400 horsepower and 600 pound-feet of torque. So now you got to worry about that.
So naturally, from the factory, diesel trucks aren't going to roll coal, contrary to popular belief. Guys think they can just buy them and instantly just put power to the ground, start rolling coal everywhere and have a lot of fun, smoke out their neighbors, whatever. But they don't come that way. Naturally, they're pretty clean. They're going to be like a normal gas car. They're not going to roll much coal at all, if any. I know Stratton's truck and my truck both, we have to really stomp on it. Even then, we just get a little bit if we're
and
lucky.
They're still slow.
Definitely
still slow.
It's not really good for the engine to roll coal. You want it to be clean just like you would a gas car. It's not necessarily power, it's just a mess.
So, you've got a diesel, right? You've got all the junk in it you want. Now you've got a truck that'll barely keep up with most stock cars with a V6 in it. Honestly, diesels are awesome. They're fun. We love them to death, but they're not ever going to be really, really fast.
Diesels aren't meant to go fast. They're meant to pull stuff, meant to haul stuff around town. So you're not going to see a whole lot of power out of them. You're just going to drive really slow.
Another thing to remember whenever you're running a truck is there's two different types of trucks. There's a truck that I have and a truck that Ian has. Two completely different things. I got a Weekend Warrior, so I can run mine around. If I blow mine up, it's not that big of a deal. You can only push Weekend Warriors a little bit harder than you can Daily Drivers, which is what Ian has. Daily Driver, you can run it totally fine. They're awesome, they're reliable, but you don't always want to be maxing them out all the time, because when you do that, you blow stuff up. You really don't want to do that with. You want to run it, you want to have fun with it, but you don't want to push it to the extreme and blow it up, because then you don't have something to drive, and that's no fun. So, another thing we forgot to mention is diesel trucks cost a lot to start out with. Now, we got some pretty good deals on ours, but there's a lot of times you'll see trucks, even like late 90s, like 99 Cummins, and even like some of the 7.3s, like the round bodies. Some of them still run all the way up to like the 5-digit range, like 10,000 if not more. Now most of them stay like decent. You can get them in the 5,000, 8,000 range, but at the end of the day, you still have a 20-year-old truck on your hands. I mean, mine's a 98, now it's 2018. If you're paying $5,000, $8,000 for something that's 20 years old, yeah, that's getting to be a lot of money. Most gas trucks, you can, for $5,000, you can dig into the 2000s up to like 05, maybe newer than that. I have friends that have gas trucks all the way up to like 08 they got for like $5,000. People want a lot for them. They tend to hold their value really well. But the thing is, whenever you buy one for, let's say you buy one for $5,000, typically you can get a majority of that back out of it.
So owning an old truck is a lot of fun. You get the square body style, or in Stratton's it is a little more contoured. But it's a lot of fun owning them because you don't see them quite well, in my case, it's a really good condition truck. Stratton's, it looks like it rolled out of a junkyard. So owning them's a lot of fun, but they do have a lot of maintenance. Stuff gets old. They're 20, 22, they're in the 20s. They're getting old for trucks. Mike's rolling away.
Screw it.
Bye-bye. Ah, that hurt. They're getting old. They're gonna need a lot of maintenance. Stuff is gonna start breaking down. It's gonna start wearing down. A lot of time, a lot of money is gonna go into getting these things roadworthy, but it's a lot of fun. We get to hang out, spend hours getting these things ready to run, getting them to the point where they're reliable, and a lot of AutoZone runs. But it's still a lot of fun.
Diesel brake.
One thing we forgot to mention about diesels, they're work trucks. So they're not very comfortable to ride in. Love you, buddy. They're not very comfortable to ride in. They're actually ride like lumber wagons. So when you're riding down a bumpy road, stuff is getting thrown everywhere. It's just not comfortable. So, Stratton has no idea I'm here right now. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't let this go down without a fight. So, I do have to address two myths. One of them being that all Cummins owners are douchebags. That myth is true. Honestly, look at Stratton. The second one being is that all Ford owners are gay. That's false. Well, that about does it for the video, guys. This was a quick thrown together video we decided to do tonight. We figured we'd just bring some facts about diesels just in case you decide or thought about buying a diesel. Just some things that we've learned while we've been messing with ours over the past 6 months to a year. We love them. They're great fun. Just some things you need to think about if you're going to get them. That does it for now. We'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys had fun. Catch y'all later.